Didn't see you there. Well, I got you guys. Well, I got you guys here. I think it's time that we do a tour. The tour of the most epic, in my opinion, minimal setup per se. Now I know what some people are gonna say from this. What do you think they're gonna say, Megan? They're gonna say, that's not minimal because there's a lot of stuff here, right? We got a lot going on. But the point of minimal, I think it's a little subjective to a person's taste. For me, in the world of setups, everybody's throwing like 50,000 different monitors. We're doing dual PC everywhere now, like crazy U-shaped desk. You see that? People are doing U-shape now, Megan. Like, so you got L-shape, imagine another one coming out, U-shape.
Might as well make it a circle and become round something.
Yeah, dude, I'm not all about that. I've been in the journey this last year on how I can minimalize. If I had a place, how could I throw everything on one desk and enjoy it, right? Because at the end of the day, who wouldn't like to have all this on one area that you could stand or sit at, right? And I think I've kind of figured the perfect little taste for me, because in this setup, not only can you design, edit, work on photography, you can game at 100 hertz. I know that's not 144, 165, but we'll get more into that in a little bit. You can stream, you can edit YouTube videos, edit films, whatever you like. This is full on. Everything that you need to do is in one setup in itself. We're talking needs versus wants at this point, right? What do you want versus what do you need? And a lot of people would want like more monitors and stuff, but if it came down to it, if you had, I don't even know what this total, I should probably added all this up. Came down to it and had a pretty decent sized budget, but not much room to work with, this is what you could go with. All right, so obviously starting it off, we have the Secret Labs Titan chair. We got two of these, one on the back burner just in case. This is the one that I've been rocking, which is the new pleather, PU leather. I have 3 videos out on these chairs. For the desk, we got a autonomous desk. It's a smart desk, self-rising. Well, I guess it's not technically.
No.
That wouldn't be self-rising. It's just automatic. Well, it's not automatic neither. Or yeah, it's automatic. It's not manual, it's electric. It's a smart desk. With the push of a button and some pre-programmable buttons, it can go up and down. I don't think I have to explain why I like this, right? And oh wow, look, the cable management. Once you pop up under here real quick. Okay, so what I did for this, and I wish I would have cleaned it up a little bit more, I'm just doing a tuck and hide kind of setup for now. Just because we are moving. At the next place, we'll have a whole different organizing system. But for this, I just put a bar underneath, put some Velcro strips through the bar, like a little rack bar from Lowe's or something. I think it was like $7. Screw that to the bottom of the desk, Velcro stripped, the power supply, one big giant surge protector. The point, minimal. I wanted all the power source to be able to run underneath the desk. Everything on this desk is powered from one power surge, power protector. I got 2 JBL monitor speakers, which is ran through a pre-Sonos audio box. Have never needed to upgrade that for my audio, like mic and speakers as a whole. The lights, I always get asked about the lights. Dude, I got them at Walmart. When it comes to lights, I highly suggest people to just get creative and go out there and look for some dope lights. Megan, let me flip it on you real quick. What's a good place you would suggest to go look for lights?
Hobby Lobby.
Okay, that's about it. Because Hobby Lobby's dope, right?
Yeah, I mean, like a Home Depot store usually has some pretty cool, depending on what you're going for.
Okay, there you go. There you have it. You heard it first. I found mine from Walmart. These are literally cheap RGB Monster, I think was the brand, bulbs. Dude, honestly, go look on Amazon, look for some cheap stuff. But that's where I got the lights. Got them from Walmart, didn't pay a lot on them. The monitor backlight is a Hughes Phillips strip, but the one that goes on the back of the desk is, again, a Walmart brand. I've never noticed a difference between the two. I think Philips is maybe just a little too overpriced, because the Philips strip I paid like, I think it was like $60 for, and the Walmart one I paid 10, and they initially do the same thing. If anything, I like the Walmart one more because it's USB powered, but it is not smart. It doesn't like connect to my phone. It doesn't connect to Alexa and stuff. So I think you're mostly paying for like the smart features with that stuff. All right, so speakers, lights, the monitor in itself, we got an Asus ROG. By the way, everything is gonna be in the description as well, because I don't know product numbers. I should have maybe been a little bit more prepared. But we have the Asus ROG Ultra Wide. This is the 1440p version. The reason why I utilize this in the most minimal S setup is obviously you have the Ultra Wide for designing, editing, content creation as a whole. But when you have that real estate, it makes it super easy for streaming. This is 98% sRGB, I think from Adobe as well. So this is pretty color accurate. So if you're color grading and color correcting, you can use that. The contrast ratio is really good. It does have a higher refresh rate of 100 Hertz. I know some people feel like they need 144 or 165 or 240 now. I argue that once you jump past the 60 and go to the 100, the 120, the 144 range, it's obviously a much better upgrade from 60 Hertz, getting 60 FPS. But for somebody like me, I'm not a competitive gamer. If you're not a competitive gamer and the primary focus of you is content creation, I think a lot of people use the refresh rate. It's kind of a placebo effect. You feel like you play better. I kept going back and forth from this and 165 Hertz these last couple weeks. I was playing just the same. I definitely agree that reaction time may be different. You can naturally get better by having a higher refresh rate, but I'm just trying to say, if you're on the hunt for a specific setup for you, and you want that higher FPS, but you also want a specific monitor, maybe an ultra wide to do most of your creative stuff, and that's the majority of what you do, I would say don't stress too much about the higher refresh rate. I would go with something like this maybe, and get the ultra wide, more real estate or something. But another benefit to this, even with gaming, is resolution. It's 1440p, not 1080. So to me, since I can color, since I can edit, since I can design, since I can game at a higher refresh rate, all around, this is just the minimal. If you needed one monitor to do it all, boom, right there. On the desk in itself, I have my HK Gaming Hades 68, 65% keyboard. I just did a full thing on this. If you guys wanna see this, I have a glorious gaming PC Master Race wrist rest. It's wooden. I switched from the soft pad to wooden not too long ago. Over here, we have my two favorite mice coming in from Razer. By the way, I guess I forgot to mention, nobody is sponsoring this video. None of this is paid. This is personal preference. Just wanted to point that out. So my two mice are for gaming, the Razer Viper Ultimate, and then for casual designing, video editing. Right now, I've been using the Razer Basilisk. I like how comfortable this is. I still do like the Logitech a little bit more, but we're gonna be separating setups at the new house, so we'll be using that there. Got a glorious PC mouse pad. Again, the PreSonus audio box that is running an audio cable to the Rode pod mic that is extremely dirty. I also have a Rode arm as well. Again, not sponsored by any of this stuff besides G Fuel. So make sure you guys use code BIGGE at checkout for your favorite G Fuel needs. The video is not sponsored by G Fuel. I'm sponsored by G Fuel, and G Fuel is rad. So I wanted to give them that plug real quick. This is my candle. I'm an adult now. Finally started getting candles. Should actually blow that out. It's been on all day. Oh, you know, it's actually, I think candles smell better when they've been burning for a long time and then you put them out. Isn't that so good? Oh, it's delicious. All right, so a couple other things. A charging port for the Razer mice. That's how I swap them back and forth. Elgato Stream Deck to be able to switch between scenes when I'm live streaming. Moving on to my headset choice. I, a while ago, moved to the Sennheiser HD58X. This was the Mass Drop collaboration. I have not been able to switch back off of these. These are probably the favorite headphones that I've ever used. I accidentally drop them all the time, and I would probably just buy the same pair if I accidentally broke them. So this is my PC. It's my all-in-one PC. Again, the whole build is in the Amazon links down below. This thing, like I mentioned, it's an all-in-one workhorse. Video editing, design, streaming, gaming, multi-purpose. I wanted to just throw a lot into one PC to be able to handle that. The biggest, I guess, things to point out are 32 gigabytes of 3200 G-Skill RAM, the 2080 Ti, an 8086K hex core processor. The big thing, a lot of people always ask, what do you use for capturing the DSLR camera for live streams? I use an AverMedia 4K capture card. I'm gonna be testing some new stuff here soon. And also Corsair case, Corsair power supply, Asus motherboard, some SSDs, M.2, everything, once again, is linked down below. But the whole goal from building this, to just be able to have that one thing that would be able to stream, you know, 1080, 60 FPS while gaming and not dropping frames. I've had to do a lot to dial it in. It's not just as easy as plugging everything in where you think. Ran into some issues from time to time, but I'd say for the last like 8 or so months, it's been fine. I think ever since I moved down to North Carolina and set it up, I've never, like I don't get dropped frames when I'm streaming. It's very rare, and it's usually a bad driver or a bad game update. At times, I'm able to be in a game, like Escape from Tarkov. Granted, I'm in like the menu or something like that, but I'm in the game, I get a clip, I drag that clip into Premiere, edit it with transitions while I'm live, and then render the thing in no time and then put it up. A lot of people ask me, how do I get clips out all the time? It's because like I literally can be in a game and render while I'm still live, and it's not like causing major problems or anything. Soundproofing is just some cheap soundproofing off of Amazon. Nothing special. Cable management, it's just Velcro ties that we got from, I think it was like Menards or Lowe's or something. Again, nothing special. I get a lot of stuff, a little intricate things like cables and whatnot. I get a lot of those from Amazon, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, stuff like that. I don't really try to overthink. I think that's one of the biggest things that comes to setups and whatnot is a lot of people overthink. They think that there's like this big place where you have to like follow the rules and get this from here or there. Guys, when it comes to your setup, have fun. That's all that really matters. You have your major gear, you know, your speakers, your PC, your monitor. Yeah, sure, you gotta follow some name brands, but when it comes to cables and what kind of cables you use and how you do those and lighting and stuff like that, it's your creative freedom. But I would say as a whole, if you lived in a smaller space or if you did have a nicer office, but you just wanted to really isolate an insane setup into one little package, I'm sure you could buy some higher end things, but I don't know how much crazier you could get in one little package. And I'm glad I tested this because I think I'm going to utilize now just some of the concepts moving forward in the new place and in the new setup, like what I actually am going to be building there. I had this whole idea of like all these monitors and stuff and really just kind of tuning down. I'm like, man, I really love the clean aesthetic look of just one monitor. So make sure you guys are subscribing and turning on those notifications so you can follow us along that journey. We move Friday this week. We start moving everything over there. A lot of the stuff for the new setup is gonna be transitioning from the weekend to mid next week. So be on the lookout for a lot of vlogs. And if you're watching this video in the future, be sure to go back and watch the vlogs to see this big transition to what it is now. All right, gang, if you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed this minimal setup, likes, comments down below, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Let me know what your favorite part about this is. Let me know if anything from this kind of like sparked interest in you, like, oh wow, maybe I should get this. Let me know if this whole entire setup changed your perspective. I know some people with all the stuff that I do think that I'm on like 15 screens and computers, and it's like, nope, literally can do everything here. So let me know what you guys think. That's all we got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.